Hi, my name is Ricardo, and you're watching the first car review of BeUpFront Car Reviews. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You're looking at a 2010 Lexus RX350 today. Just to give you a little bit of history on Lexus and the RX model specifically, the first RX came out in 1999, and that was produced up until 2004. That particular example came with 220 horsepower, 222 foot-pounds of torque. The second generation started in 2005, and that was made up until 2009. And that generation came with 270 horsepower and 251 foot-pounds of torque. The generation you see before you today is the 2010 RX350. This generation here comes with a 3.5 V6 that pushes out 275 horsepower, 257 foot-pounds of torque. So with this generation starting in 2010, you do get a little bit of bump in horsepower and a little bit of bump in torque. You get peak horsepower at 6,200 RPMs in this model, and you get peak torque at 4,200 RPMs for this specific model. This particular engine is called the 2GR-FE. Looking at the front of the vehicle here, we have what Lexus likes to call a rake back grille. Kind of looks like it's been raked back. And we have the headlights, and then you have halogens here in the center that are your daytime running lights. And just below that, we have the fog lights. And next to that, we have the headlight washer that comes out and sprays the headlights to clear them off. Give you a look at the engine there. Pretty covered up with plastic. Can't see much. So now we're going to come along to the side of the vehicle here, folks, and we have a 18-inch wheel here. This is a 235/60 R18 to be exact. And I just like to take a moment and recognize how beautiful the side of this vehicle is. You have these nice deep lines that they put into the side of this vehicle. Coming along back up to the front, on the sides of the mirrors here, you have turn signal indicators on both sides. So when you turn your signal on, you will see it here and up front. Let that vehicle go by. And along the side of the vehicle, we have a touch pad here that allows you to lock the door and unlock the door. As you see here, 1 chime is to lock the door and 2 is to unlock the door. Also on the side of the vehicle, we have the gas cap here. This is where you will put the premium unleaded fuel. So stick with the 91 or 93 octane whenever possible. Coming along to the rear of the vehicle here, we're going to go ahead and open the trunk. I'll show you what the key fob looks like here. So you have your lock, unlock, and your trunk release, and your panic button. And it came wrapped in this nice leather protector. So that's pretty cool. So up goes the trunk. And if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they said that this has about 40 cubic inches of trunk space with the seats up. And you can easily fold these seats down with these levers here on the side. You just pop that lever there. And then there's another lever over here on the side that you pull, and the seats will go completely down. The seat belts were in the way, but as you can tell, the seats go completely down, and you have an enormous amount of room or space. I would almost say this is like the perfect drive-in vehicle. If you ever go to the drive-in, if they still exist where you are, this is definitely a great vehicle for that. You can turn these dome lights off here in the back and just sit back here and be comfortable and watch a movie with the trunk open. Coming along to the interior of the vehicle, Lexus gives you this nice plate here that says Lexus right as you're entering the vehicle on both sides. And looking at the door here, you have a 3 memory seat settings here, and you have all the windows are automatic. all the windows are automatic up and down. So, and you have your mirror controls here, unlock and lock, and then you can lock the windows here. And in this specific vehicle, I believe it has 3 speakers in the 2 front doors, so that's 6. And then it has 2 in each of the back doors. So that's a 10-speaker audio system. There aren't any in the very back of the vehicle. And it's a pretty good sound system. There is another model right above this, and I believe that might be the premium model, and that comes with the Mark Levinson sound system, and I believe that comes with 15 speakers. And from what I hear, it is excellent sounding compared to this one, but this one is still good, very good. If you happen to get this model without the navigation, you will get the 10-speaker system, and it is really excellent. Great highs, bass is very good, and it sounds excellent. This particular model that we have of ours has 115,000 miles on it at this time, and we'll go into that in just a moment and show you what it looks like and how it's been for the time that we've owned this specific vehicle. So just before I show you what's up front in this vehicle, I want to show you the back seat leg room. And so this seat is positioned to where I am up front, and it looks like I have about 2 inches of leg room. And if I slide over to the side where my wife sits, she's about 5'7", I'm about 5'11". Her seat is actually a little bit further back than mine, and I still have leg room at 5'11", and I have plenty of headroom. Gosh, I'd say probably about maybe 3 or 4 inches of headroom at 5'11", maybe a little bit more. And these seats are so comfortable, very comfortable. I could spend hours back here on a road trip and be fine. And the front seats are as equally as comfortable. So there you are, folks. You have the back seat. First, want to start off with that cup holder. Opens up with a nice and slow movement there. Feels very good to touch when you open it. And here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these are 8-way powered seats. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I believe that's lumbar support. I don't know if they count that as a way, but if that is the case, then it'd be 10 ways. If they don't count the lumbar support, it's an 8-way seat, and the passenger seat is the same exact way on the other side there. This is, again, a 2010 example, and the leather seats are still in great condition for the year. Coming along inside the Lexus RX350, when you get inside, the car remembers where you were sitting, and it will adjust the seat back to where you were and the steering wheels. You can see the steering wheel moves for you. And as we fire this baby up and she roars to life, we can see that it says that the hood is open, because it is. And we have the tire pressure monitor light flashing over here. And I think we just got a new set of tires on here, and I believe one of the sensors in the tires broke, so it just stays, keeps flashing even though they're all at the appropriate setting. With the interior, we have the average miles per gallon there, and I would say that's about correct. It's usually around 19 or 20 miles per gallon. On average, we get about 24 highway, 18 city, so I would say that's pretty accurate. Says average after refueling. I wouldn't say that that's accurate. I've been sitting with the car running. That usually averages around the same as the gas mileage, around 19 to 20 miles per gallon. This, where it says current, that gives you your current exact gas mileage while you're driving. Then it says eco mode is off. When it's on, it just means that there's an eco light that will flash over here on the left side. Well, it will stay on constantly when you're driving economically. It's 32 degrees here in Dayton. Moving on to the steering wheel controls here, we have the volume up, volume down mode, where you can change whether you want to be on your CD or Bluetooth audio or radio or satellite radio. 6-disc CD changer in here. It is a 2010, and you can switch your songs on your Bluetooth audio. I pair my Apple iPhone into this, and it works perfect for the Bluetooth audio. I can answer and hang up on the calls here. Voice control here.
Pardon? Main menu. Available. Canceled.
Okay, and then along over here we have the start button here. We have the power button for the radio, the eject button, and then we can load another CD here. And we have our dual climate control here. As you can see, the temperature is changing up there. And we have the front defroster, rear defroster, and side mirrors will also defrost when we press this button. And we have an automatic dimming mirror here, and it tells you what direction we're heading, which is south. And also another cool fact I wanted to share about this vehicle is that the mirrors here have a film around them, and they're slightly tinted, so at night you don't get blinded by cars. I haven't seen that on another vehicle that I've driven before. Also, I wanted to show you the soft close windows. They slow down as you get closer to the top to eliminate the noise of the window going up when the window is closing, just to lessen the noise in the vehicle. The cup holders, you can fit 2 good sized cups in there, and this also comes out so that you can create more space for yourself. Then it just closes on right up. And it's getting kind of dark, so we can kind of see how everything lights up at night slightly. All these buttons will light up. These buttons here on the steering wheel have a slight glow to them at night so that you can see them while you're driving, and so do these, the unlock and lock button and the window lock button there. So it's great visibility in here at night. Last part of the interior I wanted to show you is how this light, a lot of cars, the light comes on when you open here, but this light comes on when you actually open the vanity mirror itself, the sliding piece. So that's really cool.